Coronation Street has revealed that Todd Grimshaw's close circle may soon begin to question the true nature of his relationship, which could lead to serious trouble for Theo Silverton. As part of a gripping and unsettling storyline, Todd has been suffering emotional and physical mistreatment at the hands of his cruel fiancé, Theo. While Todd's friends and relatives remain unaware of the reality of the situation, he has continued to hide the pain and distress he is enduring. Audiences are aware that Todd recently decided to give Theo another opportunity, not knowing that Theo was responsible for abandoning Billy Mayhew after the devastating multi-vehicle collision. In a recent episode, Sarah stopped by the funeral parlor, where she opened up to George about her concerns. She admitted she feared Todd was having difficulty coping with Billy's passing. George responded with sympathy, suggesting that Todd seemed unsettled and emotionally overwhelmed. Sarah then questioned whether Todd might be facing money problems, explaining that he had reacted sharply towards her and that she had noticed him searching for loose change. Later, an anxious Sarah encouraged Todd to visit the Rovers, where George and Christina were waiting. They offered him drinks and food in an effort to lift his spirits. Todd, sensing something unusual, asked why they were being so generous, prompting Christina to explain that everyone was worried about him after the accident and believed he was lonely without Theo. She added that, although their concern might feel slightly overbearing, Todd should simply relax and enjoy the treats. Could this moment mark the beginning of Todd's loved ones becoming more aware of what has truly been happening behind closed doors? Speaking about the intense storyline, producer Kate Brooks confirmed that Todd and Theo's relationship will remain a major focus as more characters begin to see through Theo's behavior. She explained that Todd is surrounded by a strong support network, including George, Summer, Christina, and Gary, who care deeply about him. As they begin to notice his emotional decline and recognize that he is no longer his usual self, they will slowly step in, showing how compassion, understanding, and patience can help uncover the truth and support someone in need. Coronation Street teases a dramatic hidden camera twist in the ongoing clash between Megan and Sam. In upcoming scenes, Sam Blakeman devises a dangerous scheme to uncover Megan Walsh's wrongdoing by trying to gather proof of her inappropriate involvement with Will Driscoll. The question remains whether Megan will be caught out or if she will manage to stay ahead of him once again. Focused on exposing the teacher's disturbing behavior, Sam secretly plants a camera inside Megan's flat to capture evidence, though his bold move could easily spiral out of control. Our insider reveals that Megan believes she has silenced Sam's doubts, but she has underestimated his intelligence and determination. Although shaken by her subtle warnings to stay out of her affairs, Sam refuses to back down and continues his mission to show her true nature. With Leanne away for several nights, Megan has the flat to herself and invites Will over, telling him they can spend time together there. Will deceives his father by claiming he is staying with a friend, only to slip away to Megan's home to continue their troubling relationship. What Will fails to realize is that Sam spots him from across the road. Holding a spare key, Sam lets himself into the flat under the excuse of studying while secretly keeping watch on Megan. Our source explains that Megan is caught off guard when Sam arrives without warning, leaving her frustrated but unable to object. Once she leaves, Sam focuses on carrying out his plan, carefully hiding a camera so he can monitor her movements. Sensing Sam's curiosity and wanting to distract him, Will suggests they hang out at the precinct and drink stolen alcohol, insisting that nothing inappropriate is happening between him and Megan and that their connection is purely about sport. Still unconvinced, Sam presses his friend to tell the truth, but his investigation is interrupted when Daniel catches the boys drinking. As Daniel storms towards them, Will runs off, leaving Sam to deal with the consequences. Later, Sam manages to access the camera app on his phone and sees both Will and Megan entering the flat, raising hopes that he may finally have the proof he needs. However, before he can watch any further, Nick takes his phone away, and by the time it is returned the next day, the battery has died. Our insider says Sam is devastated, feeling closer than ever to exposing Megan, only for her to warn him that she will stop at nothing to block him. Confronting Sam, Megan coldly tells him that no one would take his words seriously, trying to crush his confidence. A shaken Sam then checks his fully charged phone once more. But what will the footage reveal? Coronation Street viewers were split in opinion after Shona Platt finally came face-to-face with her estranged father during Monday's episode of the ITV drama. After the show's earlier crossover storyline, Shona unexpectedly encountered her previously unknown sister Jodie, and has since been determined to reconnect with the parent she had lost touch with years ago. Jodie, who first appeared restrained in the back of a vehicle, has clearly been keeping secrets while gradually re-entering Shona's life and moving into her home with husband David. However, the cafe worker has simply been grateful to welcome her younger sister back. In the most recent episode, both fans and Shona learned the truth about her father's whereabouts after years of mystery. Jodie had always known where he was and had attempted to prevent Shona from discovering it, but growing suspicion led Shona to trail her sister to a mental health facility. Confronting Jodie, Shona demanded the truth, and her sister explained that their father's decline began after Shona left and worsened when their mother abandoned him. She insisted she had tried to shield Shona from the painful reality, saying she struggled to cope with his angry episodes and believed hospital care was the best option. From his hospital bed, Doug reacted with distress upon seeing Shona, urging her to leave and warning her not to trust Jodie, whom he accused of lying and manipulation. Later, Jodie returned alone to the ward, threatening her father to stay silent and behave, hinting that crossing her would bring serious consequences and jeopardize her plans for happiness. Despite the long-awaited revelations, many viewers were unconvinced by the storyline, with some pointing out that Shona is already dealing with the trauma of having a critically ill baby and would realistically have little emotional energy left. One fan commented that a parent in such circumstances would not be able to focus on family drama, while another admitted struggling to connect with Jodie as a character. A third expressed sympathy for Shona's father, suggesting he appeared to be a victim of emotional control and abuse. Coronation Street airs on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.